Hello, I've just been laying some more track down. I don't know whether you have the same problems, but I find that after winter, really cold spells and summer spells of heat, you get a bit of movement with your track. Well, I've been having one or two, just like mainly that A4 was just losing the front wheels on that bend there, and same again up on that top row. So literally laid some more track down now, lifted it and put a new bit of cork down. I've not glued it down, I've cheated. What the best way to do is this: just put some screws in, make sure that it's all in okay, and of course my next job then will be to glue it down. Same with the top there, I've got that running fine now, it's just screwed down. But what I shall do is get my copy decks out then and glue it all down, and then start with the ballasting and spraying it all in that track grime again. But as you can see, I've got two running on this same track here now, and the main problem was with that A4, which is just sailing around okay now. Maybe a little bit of jump on that joint there, but I'll put it under sleeping underneath that just to level it out. It seems fair enough though, I don't think I'll have a problem with it again. The main thing of course is to leave a tiny gap in your joints to allow for expansion, but we get such a difference in heat here, and summer it gets red hot up here and winter freezing. But anyway, I'll go a step further, then I'll glue this down and then I'll show you some ballasting, etc. I also have two trains running around here now, and as you can see they're both taking that bend with no problem at all now. I've got them on consist. I'm trying to match the speed up. They've got different recorders, but I've been trying to match the speed up, then put them on consist. I think I've just about got it. Got the decks down now on that bit of track there, so that's gluing down. And I'm just running the Deltic round that outer one. I shan't glue that down now till tomorrow. Make sure this inner one's 100% first. She's coming round the Deltic now, as you can see. She takes this bend no problem now again. So soon, it just come off. Yeah. It's amazing what just a bit of minor adjustment will do. It came off there, and I've just, there's a joint there, you can't see it now back of the shed, but I've just moved it over a fraction, tiniest fraction, and I'll just see it come round again, see if it's alright. That's where the joint is there. That seems alright now. I've been doing ballasting before, but I have this little plastic ballast that I use. Just fill it up with the ballast and then work it round the track. I just get my brush and go down. I use my finger as well, just to go with your finger first. Get it down into between the sleepers there. Just do a little bit more. That's better. Yeah, you can see it comes on both sides then. Don't worry about being too much. Just want to sweep that up. It's best not to do too much at a time. I'll just get some water now. What we do, get all that ballast wet with water with a bit of washing up liquid in it, so it'll soak into the ballast. Spray gun now. I said this is just water with a bit of washing up liquid. Spray it all, get it wet. You want it really wet, and then your PVA will soak in. And I put PVA around about 70% PVA, 30% water, and just let that go onto your ballast. And as I said, within 24 hours, hopefully, it'll all be dry. Right, I'll just get my ballast now, my PVA rather. The ballast is all wet now, so I've got this mixture of PVA, water, and again a little bit of washing up liquid. It's a little bit thick is that, but it'll soak in. Just run it down the middle and then down both sides. Don't matter about going on track, you can clean your track afterwards. Yeah, it's just a little bit thick is that. It'll soak in. And I say we're 24 hours later, that should be solid hopefully. Might be 48 hours with it being a bit cold, but it certainly look a lot better then. And then I've got the track grime could go on top, so as I said, don't bother about the mess there. It looks a bit of a mess with the different coloured ballast. Just paint it all with that track grime and then a bit of rust on as well. Right, well it's a day later and I'm afraid the ballast is not dry enough to smooth it out and paint it yet. It's, I say, this time of year it takes 48 hours. The summertime it will dry in 24. I've just had to do a bit more track on that top one there. I've done that corner there, but I'm in trouble, so I've redone it all now. And this is about the 5th time round, and she's just doing it nicely now. So I'll glue that down and that should be set for tomorrow then. The trouble when you start with track, once you start mending what, straightening one bit out, you get the next bit that needs doing, and it goes on and on and on, doesn't it? I'm sure I'm not the only one. Well, that's going round there okay. The A4 it's just been round, I'll let it come round again. It seems to be running smooth enough. So the next thing now is to paint that ballast in. I do it with that track grime. It's good stuff. Bangers and mash would say, bangers and cash. Lovely bit of kit. Yeah, running nicely. Right, it's a case of adding the rail match track grime. You mask it as best you can. I'm not doing a right good job, but does a great job this. Make sure then you clean your track more or less straight away so it's not difficult to get off later on. As you can see, like it brings it up nicely. That bits that you miss, you can just I say then with a cloth, just go over the track. You go around with your rubber later on then. And all I've got to do is add some of that rust. I can see your bits where I'm going to have to put a bit more grass in and what have you, but you get the gist of it all. It makes not too bad a finish then. Anyway, I'll show you when I've finished it now. Bits that just need touching up, all I do is use my brush and it's a bit of green this. I'm going to see any bits that where some of your paint's gone over your spray or whatever, or a bit of, when you've left a bit of white from the plaster, etc. Just mix a bit of paint up and go around touching up. You wait till you've more or less finished and do that anyway. Right, bit of glue on one or two things now, and then I think we're more or less ready just to ballast the top end and put a bit of that finish off. I just had some of this rail match paint, it's rust. And all you know what to do is just get a brush, don't put too much on like, but I get carried away a bit, but you can always go down then and touch up with a bit of brown or black. But I think a bit of rust, it adds more realism to it. And I say I'm not going to spend an hour showing you how to do all the way around, but as I do, and then just go over with a cloth and you just think it's about right, you don't want to overdo it. But I'll show you all when I've finished anyway. But that'll be alright, I think. Right, well, it's all dried up now and it's completed. I haven't done the ballasting on that outer one yet, but I just put a bit of spray on it to make it look half decent. But all this is finished now. I'm going to run the trains out and see how they go, but I think they'll be alright, as we tested earlier. But yeah, I mean, I just hope I haven't bored you to death with all this. I know it's a long one for me, but I know that it's something I do from time to time, and it's a problem that we all get. I don't care how long you've been doing model railways. I think over a 12-month period, every so often you need to adjust a bit of your track. For some reason it's sort of, unless you're in a room, of course it's air conditioned and everything and heated, etc. But when you're up to open temperatures like this is in a loft, and it gets freezing in winter and it gets really warm in summer, you do get track movement. One of the main things to remember is to leave a little bit of put a piece of card in between you and your joints. Just make sure you leave that bit of a allowance so that they can stretch that bit. But I think you'll still find you have to do a bit of track maintenance every so often. And I say I've been doing it now what, 15 years, and I think every year after winter or summer I've got to alter some of my track. Anyway, it's all looking half decent again. I'll run some trains and we'll call it a do for today. As you can see, I'm running multiple trains again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the go. All running pretty good so far. Nice to see a few running, but it's a bit dangerous at times. It's probably better running 2 or 3 at most. Right, I'll leave it for now then.